Hey, Redeeming Grace Church family and friends. I have a whole bunch of things to cover really quickly in this update video, so I hope you'll listen fast. I'll try to talk fast. First of all, Gary and Joanne, we've just packed up their U-Haul and they're about to head out tomorrow. They have done a pastoral internship here at Redeeming Grace since May, and it has been a real joy to have them with us. And God has called them. There's a church that's hiring them into an associate pastor role out in Montana, and they're pulling out early in the morning tomorrow. And so we really just want to express our gratitude to them, as we have many times. Continue to pray for them, and if there is some way that you want to thank them personally or send them a note, we have some ways to be able to get that to them. And so we just want to, first of all, just say thank you to them, and just that we're praying for them and we wish them well, and we look forward to hearing about how God uses them in ministry in Big Timber, Montana. A couple of things I want to invite you to. First is our Christmas Eve service on Friday, December 24th at 4 p.m. at the Journey Museum. This will be a family service. It'll be a little bit shorter service. We'll sing some Christmas carols. We'll do the Advent candle. We'll have a quick time of prayer and a little bit shorter message, closing out our Unto Us a Son is Given series, Advent series. We'll close that out that night, and I expect that the service will probably be around 45-50 minutes. There's no childcare for it. It'll just be all families together, and again, that'll be 4 p.m. late afternoon, so then you can get to your evening plans as scheduled. So there is a Facebook event for this. There's also an event on our website, rgcrc.org, and you can register there so that we can kind of make sure that we're all set up for that. And encourage you to invite people to come. Sometimes people are open to coming on a Christmas Eve when they're not necessarily open to coming to church any other time. And I assure you that I will share the gospel quite clearly on that day. So Christmas Eve service. Then just 2 days later is a Sunday, December 26th. And what we're going to do is we're going to do something a little different. Is we're going to actually do an end of the year brunch. So what we'll do is we'll actually set up tables in the area that we do worship, the gallery of the Journey Museum. We'll set up tables and chairs, and then I would like each of you that's planning to come to bring your favorite breakfast brunchy type item to share. And then what we'll do is at 10 o'clock, we'll start our brunch, enjoy some fellowship around the tables, and then at about 10:30, we'll do a real short kind of devotional service. We might have some music, we might not, just depending on who we have available. And then there'll probably be some interactive prayer and interactive sharing, as well as maybe just a short devotional that I'll give at that time. And it'll be a real short service, probably done around 11 or so. And so we encourage you to come to that, and that would be another opportunity to invite people to something that's just going to be a little different than the usual church service. So again, there's a Facebook event for that. And if you are willing to bring some things and you're planning to come, that will help us plan if you let us know kind of what that's going to look like, and we'll enjoy kind of a fellowship, more fellowship-oriented Sunday on the 26th. Also, let me see, a few things that you need to know about here. One is that our men's book study on Tuesday mornings will meet tomorrow, but then after that we'll be taking a break into January. That is at least partially because we're hoping to go get our daughter here soon. And so I won't be able to lead that. Plus, it's the holidays and all the things that are going on. So, men, we'll take a little break there, and we'll just pick up where we left off in January. I'll let you know when that's coming. I'll text you guys. Also, our 9:15 growth classes on Sunday mornings yesterday was our last Sunday until January 9th. So there's no 9:15 classes at all for the next few weeks until January 9th. But then on January 9th, we're going to have all of the kids' classes back. We'll have all the nursery care. We'll have, and then what we're going to do for adults, for teenagers and adults, is we're going to go through the When Helping Hurts. I think it's actually technically called Helping Without Hurting. So we'll look at what it looks like to, what it looks like to minister to people who are in need and who are really hurting in a way that actually helps. It isn't just a handout, but helping. So we want to equip our church to be able to engage the needs that are in our community in ways that are genuinely helpful and thoughtful and restorative and have dignity and really do help people. So we encourage you to come and be a part of that study for the months of probably January, February, maybe into March a little bit. So consider that starting January 9th, coming at 9:15 and being part of those training classes. A few other things I need to let you know about going into the new year is that at this point we are discontinuing the prayer meeting. Last Wednesday night was our last meeting. This week we won't meet, and we're really discontinuing it indefinitely. It's just not been viable enough to continue, and so we're going to go ahead and just discontinue the prayer meeting at this time. Also, starting in January on fourth Sundays, during the worship time, we won't be having nursery or children's church. So we're going to have fourth Sunday, Family Sunday. So just anticipate that. Those of you that have younger kids, is that there won't be any nursery or children's church on fourth Sundays. Amanda Love is doing the scheduling on that, and if you've already received some scheduling, she's going to rework that. But we just did the math, and we just don't have enough people. There's more consumption of ministry than contribution to ministry, and we just aren't going to burn anybody out. So, and it's totally fine for families to go ahead and plan ahead of time to just include their kids in the worship service. So fourth Sunday, Family Sundays, there will be no childcare at all, and that's just kind of where we're at as a church. Is that we're just really thin. We've had some people not be able to continue for various reasons in the children's ministry, and so just that's the anticipation of that. If at some point we end up having a few more people that are willing to serve kids and minister to kids in that way, then we'll add it back in. But at this point, we just don't have the people to be able to do it. So if that's something that you feel led to do, you do need to be a member in good standing in our church. There's legal and just wisdom reasons why that's required. And then also you have to pass a background check and go through our training. So that's the parameters. We're not going to budge on any of those requirements. There's good reasons why we have them that way. And so if that's something that you feel like, man, I'd like to kind of help open up the ability for us to do more ministry with kids, that's the standard that we have to hold to in our church. And so if that's something that you want to pray about, think about, otherwise, the plan at this point is starting in January, fourth Sunday, our Family Sundays with no childcare. I think that's it at this point. I love you. Thank you for all the ways that you are connecting with each other and ministering to each other. I was so encouraged yesterday to just see how long people lingered and how many people contributed to help tear things down. I really am grateful for the community and the friendship that's being built. And going into the new year, we're almost 2 years old. Really excited about the fact that we've survived to age 2. We've got some really significant gains that God has done in our lives, and we've got some really significant challenges going into really our 3rd year as a church. So as we look at what kind of ministries are going to be happening in the new year, I'll keep you posted on that. There's some things that are kind of in the works, but we're just a little church, and we've only got so many people. So we're trying to really pick and choose what we can and can't do, and how we can do that in a healthy way. So I love you. Be praying for our church. Be praying for us as a family. We still haven't heard anything on when we can travel, and we're getting to a point where the doctors say that Bree may not be able to travel starting next week. So just pray for us, because our window is getting really, really short to where we could actually go and pick her up. And so that's been a little bit taxing and draining and frustrating on our parts, but we trust the Lord. And we appreciate your prayers, and we're looking forward to all of the adventures that God has for us as a family and us as a church together. So love you. Thank you for being on this journey with us, and I'll catch you sometime this week. Bye.